Is the position okay? Before I start the speech, this project is about, as the evaluator said, about handling question and answer session. Normally, I'll finish the speech and then I'll open for questions. But in between, if you have question, please raise your hand. I will still answer if it is not disrupting my speech. Don't keep your question for long, because sometimes once you have a question, you may not be able to listen to other parts of the speech. That's the idea. So now you can start the time. Yeah. Let me ask you one question. Do you know 5 languages or more? If you know, raise your hand. 4, 3. Okay, many hands are going for 3. 2. Okay. Only 1. In today's world, I don't think anyone will have just one language, especially anyone who is into the professional world. They will know minimum of 2 languages. Do you know the difference between multilinguist and polyglot? The multilinguist is the person who knows multiple languages. They are comfortable, fluent in multiple languages. Whereas polyglot also was having a similar meaning for some time, but then looks like multilinguist is the term that is now taking precedence over polyglot. Polyglot is still used for people who know multiple languages, but they learn languages out of passion. Okay. Let me share my journey of being a polyglot for the last several years. Okay. Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. In 1988, when I was working in DRDO, Hyderabad, a friend of mine suggested, why don't you learn another language? There is an institute called Central Institute for English and Foreign Languages, CIFL they call. And he said after work, you can go there, do a part-time work, study. I signed up for German language. That time many people said German is a good language for people with engineering background, and a lot of innovation happens, a lot of research happens, engineering happens there. Better to learn German. I signed up, I went there for a semester, I learned. But then it so happened, after that, I got an opportunity to study MTech at IIT Kharagpur. I was sponsored by DRDO. Then I had to miss this. I continued in MTech, I completed MTech at IIT Kharagpur, came back, but then thereafter I didn't resume German learning. Then 10 years back, I developed that interest. I installed an app called Duolingo at that time. But then it looks like I signed up, but I don't have any memory of learning something there. Probably I quit immediately. Last year, I listened to the speech, a TED talk of the founder, who said, learning can be made as addictive as social media apps. This time I wanted to give it a try. Then I installed Duolingo. That was somewhere in December. I was using the free version for about 2 to 3 months because I was not confident at that time whether I would continue after some time. See, the moment you subscribe to something, you feel that you have it forever, and then you may lose interest and leave it. After all, the annual subscription is 1,400 or so, but still I wanted to be sure that I would do it properly. For about 3 or 4 months, I was trying every day, but then there were some features which made me lose interest. In the sense, if you make more than 5 mistakes, it will it will give you a break. You cannot use the app for the next 3 or 4 hours. That made me feel a bit, slowed down or something, then I went for the annual subscription. Then onwards, I have been learning German regularly. In fact, there is something called streak. The number of days you are continually learning. Okay. Today I am standing at 249. Tomorrow it will be 250. And in Duolingo, the features are fantastic. It can help you learn the words, how to pronounce, and then you can develop writing skills. You can remember the spelling. You can also speak, and you can listen. When you speak, it corrects also. If there is a sentence, when you try to speak, then some words, if you didn't pronounce properly, it will wait for some time. Then you try that. Sometimes it gives you grace marks. If there are 10 words in the sentence, 1 or 2 words, if you don't pronounce properly, it still allows you and go further. There is again a scoring system, which is Duolingo has its own scoring system, which is equivalent to some European standard for languages. In Duolingo, syllabus is or content is available up to score 80. Today, I have completed up to 73. I have 7 more scores to be achieved in Duolingo. After that, probably I will keep renewing or rehearsing, relearning, doing whatever I can with that app. After that, my plan is to go for, if possible, sometime next year, join a class itself so that I can perfect my pronunciation or develop my conversation. Right now I am conversing with the app only, but not with human beings. Probably I have to do that. After some time, I can also think of getting into teaching German. I mean, this is a long-term vision. I can teach in the institute. I know one of my relatives is teaching in some institutes German. So she said, Uncle, why don't you try that as well? So I am having that as a plan. But now, let me give you a context. Any idea of how many languages are there in the world? Any guess?
3,000.
Okay.
5,000.
Okay. Any other guess?
150 plus.
150
plus.
150 plus, that seems too less. Okay. In the world, there are about 7,200 languages or so. In Asia itself, there are, 30% of that 7,200 languages are in Asia. In India, any idea how many official languages are there? 22 official languages, and there are recognized languages or actual languages about 453 or so. So many languages are there. Now, why we need to learn more languages? Any idea? One thing is it keeps us, our brain can have improved memory, and then it can improve problem solving skills. We can understand cultures of other communities. For example, if you are in South India, there is certain culture, but within Tamil Nadu you are there, you don't go outside to Andhra, Kerala, Karnataka, then you are missing out certain things. If you are a travel, if you are a travel enthusiast, if you are going to other places, you can try interacting in some way or other. Personally, my mother tongue is Telugu, and I know of that only to some extent. Until I went to Hyderabad, I was not even knowing the script of that language, because we have been born, I was born here. For generations we have been here, and so in fact when I went for PUC, in the application form, when mother tongue was asked, I wrote Tamil only, because I was afraid if they asked me any question on Telugu or something, it would be a problem. Later on only I realized, irrespective of whether you know the language or not, your mother tongue is your mother tongue. So when I applied for engineering, I wrote Telugu properly. Okay. These are the two languages I know, and English. Of course, Hindi I learnt through some distance education course for some time. I can manage if I go to some North Indian states. My family thinks I speak Hindi very well. I can manage that to a large extent. So with this German, this is my fifth language. I cannot call myself a multilingualist, but I can call myself a polyglot. After learning and getting comfortable with German, probably I should visit Germany and interact with some people. Hopefully that will happen, because the last time I went to Germany was in 2015, but that time it was a tour package, so we didn't have to talk to anybody local. All the tour manager was handling everything. So this is something I've been passionate about. Probably over time I can think of adding one more language to my list. Spanish is in my list. In the long back, I tried to learn Malayalam also for some time, but then except for a few sentences, I didn't understand. But I see Malayalam movies, Hindi movies also. Language is very interesting. Every language is rich in their own way. Though we say, Yamerinda Mozhigalile, Tamil Mozhi pol Indavarengum Kano, Sundara Telungu, each language we have our own uniqueness in that. Better to learn one more language. If you are a person who knows only two languages, think of adding one more language. Duolingo can help if you want to learn Hindi, because that's the only Indian language that is available in Duolingo as of now. Whereas foreign languages, you have English, German, French, Spanish, and maybe some other languages. Duolingo is very, very addictive. If you want to, if you are interested, if you can spend half an hour to 1 hour a day, over a time, see, over a couple of years, you can definitely learn that language very well. In fact, there is something called league. It's a weekly contest in Duolingo. There are 10 different leagues. Diamond League is the highest. Right now, I've been in the Diamond League for the last 20 plus weeks, and every week, if you are below, in the bottom 4, you will be demoted to the previous league. Luckily, for the last 23 weeks, I've been in Diamond League. Sometimes I was also in the top 3. Currently, in the current league, I am right now on top. I'm number 1. Tomorrow by 3:30 the league will complete, because every week it's a cycle. By 3:30 tomorrow it will be completing. There had been times when I would be in top 3 and some other person, we don't know who the people are. All are someone randomly selected people. They are put together. So sometimes it will be like finish line kind of a thing. I used to move forward, and the other person used to move forward, all that. And sometimes I won, sometimes I went back to 4th or 5th position, all that. So tomorrow I'm sure I'll be in the top 1 position. Good. So are you interested in learning any other language? What would be your language interest? Language of interest. What do you want to learn? French. Duolingo. Telugu. Right now Duolingo it's not there. Okay. Yeah. Telugu. Hindi. You can try Duolingo.
Arabic. Korean.
Arabic I don't know. Korean I don't know. Good. So if you want to learn languages that are not supported in Duolingo, look for other ways and means. Okay. That comes to my part of the speech. If you have any questions, I am open for that.
Can you learn all the languages with the same price?
Yeah, you can have any number of languages using that annual subscription. Yes, that's one thing. In fact, there is mathematics also. I subscribe to that. I chose that also simply because I want to score sometimes good points. within 2 minutes I can earn 60 experience points. It's called XP. So whenever I am running short of points, I switch to maths. But there again, now slowly it's coming to fractions, improper or proper fraction, things like that. Where speed is important, I am finding it a little difficult. But fundamentally, it's not very difficult to do math ones. Yeah. Also, you have a course on music in Duolingo. If you have a real piano, you can connect that. Otherwise, also, whatever is available on the screen, with that you can try.
One question I have. In Duolingo, are there video sessions for learning a new language or only it's audio based?
Right now, what I have subscribed for is audio only. But there is a video option also for which you need to pay slightly more. But again, that's an AI created thing, not the real person. Animated video will be there, you can talk. That is how it is. I have not yet experimented that. Yeah.
One question, like how different do you think your journey would have been if you didn't choose for premium but went for the original version, free version?
Free version.
Yeah.
Had I continued in free version, I don't think I will be delivering this kind of speech with confidence. At least today, I can talk to the app properly. But had I gone for the free version, because there you had to be very, very perfect. There is no opportunity to make mistakes. As I said, up to 5 mistakes you can do, after which you will be put on some kind of hold for some time. Well, one thing is, if you are thinking of long-term plan, you can still go for the free version. Try for about 6 months or 1 year, because it depends on the bandwidth you have for learning a language. If you don't have enough bandwidth because of your personal and professional commitments, probably free version is good enough. Even if you spend some 10 to 15 minutes, you will still move forward. Because on an average, I spend 1.5 hours a day.
I just have one question I want to ask you. When you're using the app, are there any particular activities you need to maintain to match the streak?
In fact, to match the streak is very simple. You need to do only 1 lesson a day. Nothing more than that. In fact, initially, see, this is how our goals can expand. Initially, I was thinking achieving 100-day streak itself is great. But as I started using, I realized all you need is few minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. In fact, when we were going for OTP, we were waiting at the gate. I was waiting for some other people. Adi Lakshmi, Toastmaster Adi Lakshmi was with me. As someone else was coming, I think Shakti Priya or somebody, during that 5 minutes I told Adi Lakshmi, let me do 1 lesson now to achieve that streak. So I did that 1 lesson, I completed that streak. By the way, I have got now 5 streak protection points or something. Even if I lose streak for 5 days in the next whatever time, I can still say I continued with the streak. In that sense, Duolingo also is kind of gentle, flexible, all that. It doesn't force you into so many difficult situations. In fact, Ralph C. Smedley says, we learn best in moments of joy or enjoyment, right? In that sense, Duolingo is the perfect solution for people who want to learn a language in a very, very funny and enjoyable way. Yeah.
Out of all languages, why did you choose German?
As I said, at that time when I was in DRDO, I was told by some other people that German is a good language for engineering, technology, science and the like. At that time I chose that same interest. I used to keep telling people here, whenever I talk to some people, if somebody says he knew German, I would immediately say, I also knew German long back. I would ask, wie ist Ihr Name, or wie geht's? Some couple of questions. If they ask slightly more, I would turn off. Okay. So that continued, that interest continued. I didn't want to learn something totally fresh because I learned at that time 1 semester. So I felt it would be easy for me to learn and then continue, resume and continue. That way, in a way, actually, German grammar is a little difficult to begin with, but I have managed to learn most part of it. Only if I go for actual test, I will know where I stand, because right now I can play with the app any number of times, I can make mistakes, but then in a real examination, whether I would pass, I have to try it out. Yeah.
This one small. Whether you use it for free or you pay for subscription, is it ad free or?
Yeah, in paid subscription there is no ad.
No ad.
Yeah, that is another thing. In premium, in free version, you will keep getting ads, so that can also put you off sometimes. Yeah.
And I have one last question, sir. Do you have an option to talk with the language partner?
There is no such thing right now, as I know, in Duolingo.
Okay.
Yeah.
First time when you were using, the first time when you started using Duolingo, did you feel like distracted? Because I had used Duolingo in the beginning. I felt it was more like a game. I felt I wasn't learning anything in that the first time.
Okay.
So then I completely stopped after that. I did not open that app and I did not play because I wasn't able to remember it also. Like later, I don't know. I felt it more like a game only. A lot of gamifications and so much of distraction. So did you feel that in the first time, like when you were using it, like the beginning, and then you stopped using it in the between?
No. When I used in 2014, I don't remember exactly, because only when I installed in 2024, I realized, I saw my profile, it says join Duolingo in 2014. That is when I remembered, oh, I might have installed at that time and tried. Otherwise, this experience, what I had from December 2024, it's good. It is like a game only.
Yeah.
After all, it's like a quiz, short questions, short sentences, all that. So in that sense, you can give it a try. I can have company. Anyone else who wants to start Duolingo, please make me as your friend. Let's learn together. Thank you. Back to you.
Okay, what a speech. I'd like to